We're in the shh. We're reading the parsha about Noach, and the Torah tells us, "Eso Elokim Yisalech Noach." So Rashi cites the Midrash that Noach was only able to succeed to the degree that he did on a personal level, on any level, was because he had a sad. God assisted him to be able to maintain himself despite the environment, which was the antithesis of God's presence, of Kedusha, of spirituality. However, Avram Avinu did not need sad. He did not need that level of assistance, but rather he became empowered and he surged forward. That's how Rashi explains Es Elokim Yisalech Noach. However, the Seforno explains Es Elokim Yisalech Noach Holach bidrochov lehetiv luzuloso. He walked the path, emulated Hashem's ways to do good with others other than himself. He wasn't only interested in perfecting and advancing himself spiritually, but others. V'ochiach b'nei doro, k'divrei Rabbi Seinu Zichron V'rocho. And he admonished, he rebuked, he advised, he coaxed the members of his generations to better themselves. He was not only concerned about himself, he was concerned about others. There's an obvious question. Parshas Bereshis ends, Noach had 3 sons, Shem, Chom, v'Yefes. And the Torah again over here, right after the Torah tells us, Elokim Yisalech Noach, v'yoled Noach Shlosh Evonim, Shem, Chom, v'Yefes. The Torah has just informed us. We're aware of this fact. What does the Torah have to repeat itself again? So the Sefarno explains that it was only after he assumed responsibility for the members of his generations to bring them back. It was the merit that he was concerned for others. HaKadosh Baruch Hu rewarded him with children. One needs a schus. It wasn't so simple. Noach didn't have children. He was 500 years old. Didn't have children. And Chazal addressed this issue. Others had children at the age of 100, 115, 120, whatever it may be. Why was it so delayed? So Chazal seems to be, it was by choice. Because it's concerned, whatever it may be. But here he did not merit to have children. Only once he started to be concerned for others, only then was he zocher, did he have that special brocha, siyata d'shmai, to have children. So it means one who's not meant to have children, and one needs a schus, being concerned for other Jews, what we call kiruf, to bring them back to Judaism, that itself is something which will enable one to merit to have children. There's a Medrash Tanchuma. We find that Avram Avinu engages in Hachnosis Orchim, and soon afterwards the Torah tells us, and they inform him that he's going to have a child. So the Medrash tells us that we see from here that if one engages in Hachnosis Orchim, this actually is a segula to have children. Hachnosis Orchim, Medrash Tanchuma. Again, what is the commonality between these two things? We see, first of all, what was Avram's Hachnosis Orchim? It was being concerned for someone else. Living for someone else other than yourself. Hachnosis Orchim is not a simple mitzvah, especially if one does it correctly. Selflessly addressing somebody else's needs. Be concerned for somebody else's needs. Satisfying the other person's need. You find something else. There's a Chazal, it's a Medrash Tanchuma, Shluach HaKan. In the merit of Shluach HaKan, one merits children. If one does not have children, what's Shluach HaKan? If you read it on a simple level, you send away the mother bird before you take the eggs or you take the chicks. Take the eggs or the chicks in the presence of the mother before you send her off. It shows a certain insensitivity for this creature. So it's a display of compassion. You're concerned. You're not only interested in yourself, your instance, even this unintelligible creature, the bird, not to cause it pain, you first send off the mother bird. Although Chazal tell us that the bird knows exactly what's going to happen, it doesn't make a difference. We're not aware of that. The person, in terms of his action, what he does, it's an act of what? Of compassion. Compassion is always which relates to someone else. So, and what is a child to a parent? The parent, that's the ultimate context of an expression of compassion and love for one's own child. So this all goes into Midah Keneged Midah. Hashem says you're concerned for others, other than yourself. Even for the unintelligible creature, Hashem says, I will give you something. You should be truly compassionate for something which is your own.